Howdy, 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 folks. It's your boy, Heffa Tanks, back with another video for you guys. And today, I got a video for you guys that should help you guys out on completing the new light tank mission that is on World of Tanks. It is called the Light Tanks on the Hunt. Now, there are 3 of these missions, and I'm going to go over 1, 2, and 3 and give you guys some tips and tricks on what to do to help you get through them faster. Now, I will say this ahead of time, that this is a passive mission, which is what I like to call a mission that you can complete by just playing a light tank in general, and you will complete it over time. Now, at the time of making this video, you have 37 days to complete this mission, which is plenty. Let me tell you that. Maybe if you aren't such a good light tank player, it'll take you a little bit longer. But for the bulk of it, it shouldn't take you too long. It's pretty simple. It just takes a lot of playing, just a light tank in general. And your skill as a light tank player will inevitably affect how long you spend on this op or not. In the background, I have some light tank gameplay that I did a while back, so hopefully you guys enjoy this gameplay while I just talk and chat. But for now, let's get into the first light tank op. And I'm going to put it up on screen here for you guys, and I'll read it through for you guys, and we'll talk about it. Alright, as you can see, we have the first op on here. Multiplayer Light Tanks on the Hunt 1. Assist with 10,000 or more damage due to you spotting vehicles in any number of battles. Available to light tanks only and multiplayer only. Now, there is no tier cap. You can do tier 1 through 10 to get this one done. Now, I would not recommend you guys doing anything lower than a tier 8, because at that point, the hit point pool for the enemy team is just not gonna be enough, and it's gonna take a very long time to do. Just to give an example of why you should probably be playing the highest tier possible that you can, let's say that you're top tier in a tier 8 game. The biggest HP tank that you're going to find on the enemy team is maybe like a VK100. And let's say that every single tank on the enemy team was a VK100, okay? They have 1600 HP, 1600 divided by 15. Y'all do the math. Now, let's say that you're at a tier 10 game, and there's multiple mouses on the enemy team. Let's say every single enemy tank was a mouse. And they got 3000 hit points. So there is way more HP on the battlefield for you to get this assistance damage off of. So that is why I would say the highest tier you can play, try to play it. But do not go lower than tier 8. Now let's talk about some of the tanks that I would recommend that you play in order to help you finish this op as soon as possible. Now, when you're playing this op, you don't want to shoot your gun as the light tank. You need assistance damage. So every single shot of damage that you do takes away from the assistance damage that your team could have given to you. So, with that said, I find that there's 2 really good tanks for getting assistance damage. One of them at tier 8 is the LT-432. It's a premium tier 8 Russian light tank. It's sort of like the T-100 LT, except at tier 8. It's very low profile. It has a good concealment. It has a really good gun. Honestly, the gun's not going to be doing you any good because you shouldn't really be using it. But you have good vision range, good speed, and good camo. Those are 3 things that you really want so that you can get yourself into position faster. You can push up, or, you know, if you wanted to do some active scouting, this tank can do both of them very well. The next tank that I would say that is really good at tier 8 for getting spotting assistance is the Vanguard. There's a couple variants of this tank, but any of them will pretty much do the job. So I have the Vanguard in my garage. I think a lot of people got it for free a while back, so you guys should have it if you got that tank back in the day. Now the Vanguard is very similar to the LT-432, except honestly its still concealment and its vision range is better. Actually, the vision rate's the same. My mistake. So, the Vanguard has still concealment of 223 meters, and the LT-432 has a still concealment of 290 meters with full cruise and equipment. Tier 9, honestly, there's no premium tanks at Tier 9 that are lights, so any of the Tier 9 Tech Tree light tanks will do the job. I only have the T-49 and the AMX 1390. I use the 49 because it just has better view range and better concealment. But if you guys have any tier 9 light tanks, then they will also do the job. As for tier 10, there's really only 2 light tanks you should be playing with. The T100 LT, the Russian tier 10 light tank, and the Manticore tier 10 British light tank. Both of them are incredibly sneaky tanks with very good view range. So that's all you really want. You want good camo and you want good view range so you can just bush up or do your active scouting. All of the other light tanks, yes, will work. So if you have them, use them. But these two are the best. Now we get into the second part of the op. Once you complete the first, you move on to the second, and you have to detect 20 or more vehicles in any number of surviving battles available to light tanks and multiplayer only. The key word in this is surviving battles. You can't just YOLO in at the very beginning of the game, spot every single tank on the enemy team, and die. You will not get any marks on this if you go in there and die. You need to survive to the end of the game. Alright? So, the best way to do this, honestly, is to just, at the very beginning of the game, not YOLO your way in there, but get up into the middle of the map, or where you know enemy tanks will be, spot them out, and then retreat back and play your game as a regular light tank. Too many times I've been playing when this op came out, and I saw so many light tanks YOLO down right into the base of the enemies. They spot every single enemy tank, and then they die. Guess what? You're not completing the op if you do that. And not only that, you're just hindering your team, because not everybody in this game is trying to get this op. They're still trying to play this game, and if you die in the first 2 seconds of the game, you just screwed your team. Same tanks applied that I just said earlier. Use the same tanks, get up in there at a distance that you know is safe, that you can still retreat at, spot as many people as you can, retreat, play the game, keep trying to spot more tanks as the game progresses, and you're going to get this done in no time, you guys. And don't die. With that being said, let's move on to the third and final mission in the light tank missions, and that is assist with 40,000 or more damage due to you spotting vehicles in any number of battles, available to light tanks and multiplayer. Now this is the same rules that applied for the first op. Use the same tanks as I said, use the same tactics as I said, even though there's a lot more spotting assistance damage that you need to get, it's the same thing, it'll just take longer, you guys. After completing 1, 2, and 3 of these missions, you will have a total of 2.5 million silver in your garage and 3 days of premium. Not too shabby. And I will be doing the Tank Destroyer missions next, and if you complete all of those, you get a commander and some other goodies. That is going to be a wrap for this video, you guys. I hope that this video helps you guys in completing this op ASAP, so you can get all that good silver, all that good premium time. But you guys just go down in the comments, alright? Drop a comment, and we'll rack the like and subscribe button, you know, and we'll rack the bell also, and we'll rack that thing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Alrighty, have a good one.